for an HVI extraction, so keep the infill team covered until we can get our guys on the ground.
Confirm 5-0. Hot south. Tabs heading 077.
See if we need clearance to engage.
Checking on that.
So this would be the last level design scripter gameplay work that I would do on Call of Duty. After this game, I did a little bit of prototyping for IW7, which would be Infinite Warfare, and at that point I decided with a lot of the tools work that I was already doing that I wanted to go ahead and apply for a tools programming position. So this was a choice that was kind of rooted in the fact that I was work from home now, and doing all this stuff is very hard from that perspective. Pre-COVID, now since COVID, we're all really good at working from home, and it would probably be different. I actually got to work on a lot of the tools to work from home and make improvements to help with things that were slow from the internet and all that stuff. So, but going back to this mission, it was the last thing I got to work on, and it features this helicopter pilot. I did all this work on the damage state on this helicopter and targeting the turrets there and the incoming missiles, and gameplay for that was kind of pretty simple. You would just you get a missile that would lock on you, and you'd get all these indicators on here that tell you that you need to basically play the game.
Alright, we're clear to engage.
So it was really cool. Also, at this point, I am no longer involved with any of the artwork. You can see this looks a lot better than anything I ever created. So it's really nice to be able to just focus on the gameplay. You see these outlines for the things. We colored the friendlies and enemies different. They were kind of getting lost in the distance, and it's really hard to highlight who's friend or foe. So we just went ahead and did that and made it part of the system here to highlight stuff.
We're still taking enemy AA fire from the outer smokestacks.
One of the things you don't really appreciate about some of these, or maybe you do, but we spent a lot of time getting the destruction working really well in here and having like cool canned physics. There'd be you'd see like the pieces like bouncing off the roads and doing all this fun stuff, and you don't really get that close to them to be able to appreciate all that's going on. But I would hope that at times you get to see it, and it does contribute something to the visual. There you have boats. I forgot about the boats. Put boats in there. But I'm doing the programming for the position of all the enemy helicopters, and doing the necessary cheating to get them to fly in and not have so many of them, but keep the action going. Like if you're sometimes I would spawn them pretty close to you but just outside of your view, and that was all kind of dynamic stuff. I really love the geometry work on this. It's very interesting stuff. On my later missions, I wanted to do more on foot work. I think it was, not that I was like super tired of being the vehicle guy, but I, felt like I could contribute to that and make fun on foot gameplay. So so I can go ahead and fast forward to this. You have this. Go to the perspective of the soldier that's being dropped off and
Continue scanning for targets.
run and gun, good old-fashioned Call of Duty, and this is part of where my tools development desire started to grow a little bit more. I have built an in-game node placement tool that you could actually use the gamepad controller to go and lock on cover nodes to corners and stuff. It was a little bit, well, it's a lot easier than the level editor, which didn't feature the tracing and snapping to the corner. You would have to kind of go to the top down and just align each node. You had grid snapping, but you still had to put each node on the corners of the walls. And then my in-game tool also featured like an AI that would a dummy AI. It wasn't real AI, it's just the model of a character, but it would show him like doing his cover animations. And so you could place left cover, right cover, and it allowed me to just kind of zip through all this space. I was seeing a lot of corners, and that was going to be a lot of work in the editor. And there's a lot of in this level, there's a lot of vertical detail, so looking at the top down, it's hard to kind of squint your eyes and look at the corners and stuff. So that's where I felt like I needed to make a tool. Probably spent way more time developing that cool tool than it would have taken me to just go ahead and build those things in the editor, but hey, it is what it is. So the tool also featured like the duck and cover node, so I could see if I placed a duck node on something that was too high, you could see the animation not lining up, and so you could just go ahead and remove those. And I wish I had the demonstration video. I was trying to pitch that as a tool that everybody could use, and I don't think it ever really went anywhere. But I think this script still exists out there, probably in the wild. It's called they called it Noder.jc. It's probably in the game file somewhere. So this also slam zoom out to the chopper that's going to help assist blowing up all these enemies and stuff. And then once you do your business, I think it was back into the perspective of the player.
You got enemy fighters coming out the building ahead of you. Roger that. Engaging.
That was admittedly a little bit of a shortcut for me to just take the camera and do that. We wanted to, the team wanted to have the actual pilot be this badass soldier and kind of go down there and also participate in this stuff. And I was like, well, I want it to be easy to implement, and that was going to be like have heavy animation, because this thing was going to, we were supposed to land and then show like animation of character getting out of the chopper, and it might have been a crash sequence. I can't remember. Yeah, I think we were supposed to get shot down, and I had to like go from a dynamic helicopter that could be anywhere to crashed in a spot where we have a consistency to do the animation to get out, and I didn't want to do all that, so I just stuck with my guns and said, hey, we're gonna have this we already have unload animations, and these we can just put the player in there and do that. so I cheated a little bit, and again, at the end of this mission, there was a different plan for the exfiltration. it was also going to be heavily iterative and have a lot of animator work to do on it, and not only animation but rigging the special thing. It was like there's a thing called a sky hook, and a helicopter it was like a jet that would go across and catch a hook that you put a balloon onto, and you would be strapped to this hook and then just fly away from the station in dramatic fashion, and then we would probably blow up the base while you're flying out, and it would be all dramatic. And I didn't feel like I could do this in the right amount of time, so I cut it short and made this sequence. Had them just do me a shorter sequence. We'll do short, sweet, get out here. We've already done a lot on this level, so let's call it.
We need to be mobile in 30 mics.
So that's a Call of Duty Ghost. What's it? Birds of Prey. That was the last mission that I worked on. Thanks for watching.